Hello, I'm Jody Wolf, and you're watching Expoz on February 15, 2019. It's 2:01 a.m. in Birmingham. Well, I'm been out of my shop working for hours since my last blog, and I figured I'd wrap it up because what I was doing, building a hope chest for my great granddaughter, and I just finished it. Took me a few hours, 3 days, and it's done. And all I have to do is stain it now. And so anyway, I've been listening as much as I could listen to out there in my shop because I have in my office, I have speakers, Bose speakers here. And in every room I have Bose speakers so I can hear my music. And it's either music or it's listening to whatever I'm into at the time. Well, tonight it's been trying to catch up on what Trump what's happening with Trump, and I've not found a lot. So I went on to Gary Stearman and L.A. Marzulli and a couple others. Well, so I'm gonna wrap it up. Hit it in here, and I flipped off the bay lights, unplugged everything, and doggone it, I had to hear L.A. Marzulli say something just before I turned off the computer, and that just, well, doggone it, I'm stuck now. I gotta respond because when I heard that, I'm thinking one thing, and then I had a whisper in my ear, something that I need to tell you. This is how I get some of these ideas. I can't always convey them the way I hear them. I can't. So I tell you the best way I can. LA's talking about the giants of Kandahar, or the giant of Kandahar, one they killed in Afghanistan some years back. I don't know when, but I know he was talking about it a year and a half ago. And then you have Shepard Smith, or Tucker Carlson, I'm sorry, about a year ago talking about UFOs. And on the screen it said, "Are aliens real?" Well, I'm sitting there and I'm looking at that, and so what came to me was a response I think I need to make because of a response on my last blog. I'm with you 100% President Trump. And they said to me, look, don't get too caught up in the political arena because you'll lose sight of where you're going. This what? So I beg to differ there. What is it that is getting everyone screwed up? It is the political world. It's not anyone else that's teaching your daughter in school Common Core BS. They're not even having a much of an altar call in church. And why is all this? Well, the government has a lot to do with a lot of the things that we're seeing and doing every day, 7 days a week. Our world revolves around those people that lie to us all the time, trying to figure out, is this true or not? What they're telling you are all lies. When I see a man from Ecuador urinate on an American flag and then burn it, you think I want him in my country? Hell no. If he did it in front of me, I would be in jail today because I would have fed him that flag. But that's what's happening. Those who come over, and let me tell you this, out of the numbers that came, a full 25% were from the Middle East. They were not Hispanics. They were not from San Salvador and Guatemala and El Salvador and Ecuador. They were Hispanic. They can pass right along with these guys, and if they don't speak, then you'll never know who they are. And what got them here? The political world, guys. The political world They're our enemies as long as they lie to us. They feed us smoke and mirrors nonstop. I don't trust that Pelosi any further than I can throw her car. We need to trust the man that's in here for us, for this nation, for the American people. And we've only had one in our lifetime. And you need to latch on to him because he's the only one that's going to get you through this. Because if he doesn't, no one will. So those days are coming back upon us. And the very reason that Trump is president, because God made him president for this time, to stop and to hold up the end of days and hold up the coming of the Antichrist so that there could be more people come to Christ. Look, that's the only reason he's here. That and end abortion. When Trump ends abortion, you make sure your soul is safe because anytime after that, we're going home. God can change his mind about how long Trump is here. As I mentioned last blog, you have Kim Clements, and then you have Mark Taylor the fireman. The things they said, they're all coming to pass, and they're coming to pass in our day. And it's the southern border that we got to pay attention to. How many MS-13 members are in this country? Perhaps as many as there are in their own country. Look at that and think about that. Because they're here to rob you and to hurt you and to break into your house and to shoot you and to sell you drugs. And if you don't want that, then they will just soon put you down. And we got one president trying to stop all this BS, and you got the whole entire left and liberals fighting against him. Look, what is it that the extreme political world, I mean extreme, I'm talking about the entire left, what are they doing to us today? They're causing confusion among everyone. That's why the Bible verse, Matthew 24:24, is so very clear. Even the very elect would be deceived if it were possible. And when you say, oh, don't get wrapped up in the political world, why not? It's the political world that's bringing us down in the eyes of God. So we need to get in their face and let them know that we are someone else. We're not who they think we are. We're children of the Most High. And we can beat them. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. We can beat them. Yes, you can. You can beat them. You got the power. But we need to make known to everyone that Matthew 24:24 is coming to pass. And it is today. I don't want my kids learning Common Core crap. That's all it is. It's lies. And if Trump were to fold, they flood us from the south, and then next thing you know, well, here comes Agenda 21. Well, that's just the bullet that ends it all right there. Because when that happens, you have just made a highway about 100 lanes wide to hell. And then you got a trail over here, just wide enough for a donkey. That's a narrow, crooked way to salvation. And most of us are going to take that high, wide traffic right on into hellfire. I say most of us, most of a lot of the people that pay attention to and adhere to what the lies that are being told to them by the liberal media, by the political world. I don't pay attention to the political world. I know they lie. So I stand with the few that stand by the man that God brought up for this day, for this time, to buy us time so that more might be saved and that Agenda 21 will be held off and abortion will end. Mark my word, the day the abortion brings up Supreme Court, they're gonna overrule, and they're gonna rule abortion illegal, that it is murder. When you hear that, man, we're out of here that quick. While all those millions are going to be fighting against them, we're going to be flying home, guys. Let them fight. Let them do what they want to do. We tried. We warned them. We told them. They didn't listen. So those days that L.A. Marzulli is talking about are the days of Noah, when these things returned back, and they are here now. Think about that. Get ready to go up. Jody Wolf Expoz.